most part, if I'm just talking without purpose, it's like empty. It's like empty words. You know what I'm saying? I can't really.
It's like, what are you saying? Get your shit together.
It's like beyond just what you're saying. It's like it's just why? Sometimes if you really have nothing to say, you really shouldn't. That's a real thing. If you ain't got nothing to say, really, you probably shouldn't say that at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me with the podcast, I definitely have a lot to say all the time, but it has to be structured.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
You know, can't just be walking aimlessly or even living aimlessly at that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta have. If you're gonna talk with purpose, you also gotta live with purpose too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a strange walk. Me and you are on being the creative people we are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? All the creative people out there. You know what I'm saying? It's melancholy. It's melancholy as well. Or melancholy.
It is a kick. It is a kick. It is a euphoric kick sometimes. Especially like when you've done something, you're like, God, we've made it this far. Thank you, Lord.
But making it is never truly enough.
It's not.
You gotta keep. But every now and again, you really gotta stop some of the roses like me. I got to.
Yeah.
I got to. I was just talking to my girl, like, I think I was talking to her today, as a matter of fact. I was telling her, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. I'm just a happy person right now. I woke up 3 days in a row just happy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I realized? I realized that, this is crazy. I realized I've come to this realization. I thought I'd never come to this realization. I'm so serious about this. I've had my fun. I feel like I am officially at that point in my age where I am ready to take someone seriously in every relationship. I'm ready.
It's definitely not the easiest thing.
It's not the easiest thing.
Because I'm such an independent person.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm a selfish person.
That too. Like, it be times I don't like being around motherfuckers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it be times that, like, most of the time, my downfall in my previous relationships has always been my lack of attention. You know what I'm saying?
That is the number one thing.
But I've always done well at everything else.
Right, yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes I lack in that attention factor, or I hold back a little bit. But
it's hard to tell them, I don't really... It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say, I don't feel like it right now. Like, I just want to be to myself. But because that'll turn into one time, but that one time will turn into every night. It's like, I can't do that every night. You understand? I gotta... Well, you work on it. You work on it. You know what I'm saying? You work on it. You definitely work on it.
It's times where, like I said before, I just want to be by myself and I want to watch what the fuck I want to watch. And, I don't want to talk. Like, I can't talk on the phone all day. And the dope thing is, though, my girl's so dope because we got that dynamic where as though, like, we don't force ourselves on each other, if that makes sense.
Is she a creator?
She's a creative exec. Yep, she is.
Okay.
She is a creative, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I wanted to talk to you about that, but we're going to talk over air about that.
Okay. Got you.
I'm all about networking and building, so you're going to definitely talk more about that over air. But yeah, she's definitely a creative, so, and I know you're a filmmaker, so I'm pretty sure you can connect the dots on that.
All right.
But yeah, I got my man Lewistron back on the podcast.
Hello.
Back on the Let's Be Honest podcast.
I'm such a dork, such a nerd. I'm like legit. I'm from the hood, but I'm legit like a white
nigga. Who you talking about, bro? First of all, you're yourself, if anything.
Yeah.
And people tend to associate. Like, it's a shame that we associate nerd or I guess however you want to put it, just nerd, comic book geek, or.
But it's crazy because I can talk
creative
to
guy.
I can still talk to people
with white person or talking proper. Like that's probably what it really is, though. The fact that you pronounce your words. And
but it's like I talk to people like from
that's
like
intelligence,
like North Philly, or people that are not from North Philly. And I tell them from North Philly, like, oh my god, I would have never known. Like, like I'm from deep North Philly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I tell you all the time. I'm from North Philly, like 23rd and Diamond. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, word? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I just carry myself different.
Right. Alien Cecil B, man. I was right there.
I know exactly, bro.
All right, I grew up right there. So many memories.
Man, I grew up in the project. I grew up in the projects. You grew literally right outside Johnson Homes. Like
Yeah.
Johnson Homes was right there.
Right. I used to hang out there all the time. People step. Wasn't allowed to, but you know.
A lot of shit. What can go wrong will go wrong. But I'm glad to have you back on the podcast. The podcast. This is our this is definitely the third time you've been on.
Yes.
Definitely the third time.
Do I have more appearances
than anyone else?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
History.
Most definitely. I believe. I think.
Where's the camera? History.
I think you're the only twofer.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So cool. You know, you got a head start, I believe, on a lot of people. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. Is there anybody I've had on more than once beside you? No, probably not. But I do want to bring some of my previous guests back on.
Cool, yeah.
Oh, you know, I lied. I had my brother on twice.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was on the first episode, and he was on a couple of episodes ago. He was a call-in.
All right, we 3-2 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But you've been up to a lot since we last spoke.
Yeah.
WACKO.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit. Tell me a little bit more about that shit.
Yeah, WACKO, new film coming out May 17th. It is about a struggling clown, you know, trying to make things happen, and it's just not going well for him at all. That's pretty much the gist of the story. It's pretty much the pitch, the concept that I threw at myself. It is very personal to me because it has the message of, you know, a clown, you know, wearing a mask, and I have that, you know, dealing with me a lot. You know, I'm the funny, jokey guy all the time, but you know, I have a lot of anxiety and depression that I, you know, battle with from time to time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to sound all like emotional or mushy, but no, that's sometimes, bro. Sometimes, yeah, I be in my head. I'm just like dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not that like I want more. But I just want people to see me in different lights. Like that's honestly one of the reasons why I did WACKO. One of the reasons why I did WACKO is because I wanted to show people like I can do drama. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a lot of people around me, you know, not now, but you know, back to people, you know, I used to hang out with. You know, I felt like you know, they didn't believe that I could do.
Because most of your stuff is comedy, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
Most of the stuff I come out before. Yeah, I've done comedy.
Yeah, like your last character I saw you on, you was essentially your character had comedic traits.
Right now with like, you know, our like small like rebranding right now, like, you know, not just with WACKO, we have, you know, a couple other, you know, stuff in the works right now where you'll see me play different roles. Some roles you won't even see my face. You know, I'll just be the voice of something right now. But yeah, WACKO is definitely like a very personal movie that I definitely needed to get out. So yeah.
That's interesting you said that WACKO was kind of you in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
WACKO's definitely, yeah.
WACKO is just you without the mask.
Yeah.
Everyone can see
and
the pain, the you know, the how hard it is, the heartache, the constant struggle to try to validate what you essentially built, and you know, it comes to a point where you don't want to turn back.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm big on, you know, Walt Disney is one of my actual, not his company, but more so him himself. He's a big influence on me.
The idea of Walt Disney.
And you know, his work ethic and his ideas and stuff like that, his creativity. You know, I know there's a lot of things, you know, under him, and I'm well aware of that, and I'm against it too, but it's, you know, it's the lighter side that I'm for. Wow. And he has this part of this quote, this long quote that he has, is keep moving forward. And I say that to everybody. You know, I even say that to my team, like, you know, keep moving forward.
Can't stop,
like,
won't stop.
We can't, all right, they don't want to do that with us, cool. Let's keep to the next one. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep moving. Don't wallow and weep. You know what I'm saying? That keeps us back. We got to keep going. What is the next step that we need to do? So, yeah.
That's interesting because, you know, like, you know, off air, you know, we spoke about, you know, taking that next step and having it come into your own more so. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And kind of separating yourself from past projects and having to reinvent yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That in itself, trying to focus on reinvention when you've built a strong core over here, and now you have to essentially scrape that and create something new.
Right.
But the dope thing about it though, we're so young.
Yeah.
We're at a point now where we can afford to fuck up and try again.
Absolutely.
Fuck up and try again. You know?
I feel like I have had a growth, and now I'm at that point where even though there's still more growth to do, it's like now the helmet is on. Now it's like it's go time. It's speed racer to that finish line. You know what I mean?
Did you feel like you had something holding you back?
I feel like in a way I can't really.
Before you separated from past relationships.
I feel like I can't really blame anybody for holding me back. I can, right now I'm thinking about it, I can only blame myself.
Let me put it to you like this. Do you believe you prioritize someone else's vision versus yours?
Yes. But then again, you know, part of that is me also, like, you know, stop being a dummy, you know, like, do your thing. If that's what you want to do, stand by it. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't let people, you know, make you do something or, you know, switch your mind. No, like, do what you want to do, You know what I'm saying? And stick by that.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, that's where I'm at now. Like, just, and I'm very blessed to have, you know, the team that I have under Voices who support and my every creative move, even though they sound crazy, but it's for the greater good, honestly, because I'm more about, I think our mainstay is out of the box. Even though it's a simple concept, where can we, like, take it, you know, just to be a little extra. Even not so to make even we don't have to make the budget go crazy, just still, what is something different that we can do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just telling you, people are literally creating movies with their iPhone.
Right. And the thing about WACKO that's different is, like, you know, I'm playing a clown.
Yeah.
I'm playing a clown. And
explain that. Break that down for me. What, you know, I know you mentioned your the reflection of WACKO, you know, from yourself, but why specifically a clown? I'm sure there were many other, like, I'm sure there were other thoughts that crossed your mind, but why settle on a clown? There's a lot of, like, there's two main inspirations. Because in Philly, you know, somebody call you a clown, that's mad disrespectful.
Right. there's two inspirations, but before I get into that, I'm gonna say I had literally a poster that I didn't use at all, which is stupid. I should have used it. I had a poster of WACKO, like, just like sitting on the street like this, like on the pavement, just sitting there like this in full costume on the curb with the spotlight on him.
I can see it already.
And it was just like
I can see it already.
That. And then I had this concept where it was just like he's so dedicated to be a clown and wants to be a clown so bad, but it does not work out for him. And when you watch the movie, you'll see that this man is literally in costume the entire movie. And the movie And the movie doesn't seem like it, but it's like it's in the span of like, you know, a few days or a week or so. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's still throughout the entire movie. Literally, you will not see me out of costume. I'm literally in costume the entire movie.
That's hilarious. Well,
that is hilarious. That's the funny part about it.
How long did it take you to shoot this?
A week. A week. Man, maybe even less than a week, bro. Like maybe like 3-4 days, because then we stopped shooting and we shot another short film in between it, and we shot that majority of that movie. We still have to finish it, but we shot majority of that movie in a night. In one night, we shot like I'd say 80% of that movie, maybe 90%. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You have the
you have the energy to pump out the content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked, you know, and something like we talked about, things happen for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we have to go through things, you know, to see the greater side of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about having that solid team, that foundation, and separating yourself from a previous team as well. It's so uncanny how one can lose themselves within another's vision, and then find a way to pull themselves out of it. That transition is a unique one, in my opinion.
I feel like it's great.
It challenges you.
Yeah, it challenges you, and it's a learning experience. I love learning experience. I love learning new things, learning from things. I think without that, you know, where's the growth? How do I get better? I'm always thinking about how do I get better? How do I do the next thing better? You know what I'm saying? To get to where I want to get to.
It comes a point where you have to just double down on your strengths and just say, you know what? Fuck the rough edges. Let's just get it out. I'm going to get better with this as time goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way you're going to get better at it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I said, like, I tweeted a while ago. I tweeted back when WACKO was originally supposed to be released. You know, I had, you know, some people, you know, felt, you know, uneasy about it. But, you know, I tweeted and was like, you know, I have to fail. Like, if WACKO fails, I'm not gonna be mad. You know how many like directors have failed, have box office bombs, but the movie is literally a cult following. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is not my first fail. This is my first small ass fail.
Friday was considered a failure until they was like, oh shit, people really fuck with this.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't my first, damn sure ain't my last. So it's like,
no.
Even if I fail with the next John, it's just like, you know, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. You know what I mean?
There's a certain level of urgency you need to have.
Yeah.
When it comes to your creative juices. You
Absolutely.
know, with the shit you hold dear, which is your film.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my podcast.
Right.
What did it take out of you mentally and emotionally to play this role? As WACKO the clown.
I drank a lot. I did drink a lot. I feel like, with me, drinking is, that's where I really tap into like my mind and things I darkly think about, and depression. That shit.
What your mom say?
What did my mom say?
What your mom say?
About WACKO?
About you drinking every fucking day to make WACKO, nigga.
No. I drunk. No. I didn't drink every day. I'm sorry. If I said that, I'm sorry. I didn't drink every day.
No, you didn't say that. I'm fucking with you.
I drunk leading up to it. Like when we was about to film. Like,
oh, okay.
We filmed that night, so I drunk during the day.
Oh, like they drunk. You know, you built that vibe, that energy.
Yeah, and so then we had to you know, this is one of the cheat codes. We put tea in the honey jack bottle.
Oh, of course.
So when you see me drinking in a movie, I'm not really drinking, but
right. I figured as much.
Yeah.
I figured it was some kind of tea.
Yeah.
But some people think
that some people are, well, I don't know if they're gonna see this, but some people are gonna probably think like, yo, because it's dark. It looks like The Honey Jack.
Listen, the Honey Jack had to go somewhere.
But I really other than drinking, I really tapped into my mind. I tapped into different characters. Like I said, there's two inspirations. Before, around the time the Joker movie is a lot of influence because
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, the new one that's coming out. That's been a influence on me, and that was before I even saw footage of it. I'm a big movie buff, so like when they was announcing it, like I knew who Todd Phillips, the director. I'm familiar with his work. Hangover, War Dogs, Old School. I'm familiar with how he does like character studies individually and like characters together, and like I knew where they were gonna take that movie. You know what I'm saying? So just based off like my own like knowing of what he's probably going to do before I even saw the trailer, that was a big inspiration. And then Robin Williams is probably more of an inspiration than the Joker movie is.
Explain.
Robin Williams, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
And the clown, always wears the mask. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who was making us laugh, making us, joyful all these years. Even growing up, we grew up on Jumanji and Flubber, and my parents had Mork and Mindy. You know what I mean? Like they had him on SNL. Yeah. So it's like that was a big part. I feel like I was honestly telling his story in a way. Hope I didn't give the movie away, but
no, but regardless, yeah. I'm pretty sure like I'm gonna definitely probably promote the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's mental. It's World Mental Health Awareness.
I'm glad you said that because I was even going to dive into that, like the whole. We're in a time now where mental health has been considered and taken seriously, and I'm glad because mental health is a serious thing.
Very serious. And
it's especially afflicting our people. Our people suffer from a serious case of generational PTSD and just PTSD in general. Mm-hmm. We're conditioned for all the wrong things. We're conditioned to hear gunshots, conditioned to hear sirens. Like in the same breath, you can hear Mr. Softy, then hear sirens, then hear a gunshot. Mm-hmm. Why is that a thing? It's crazy, and
I was about to try to answer that. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ. I can't answer that.
Right. Crazy. So I feel that as Black people, we gotta truly try our best to really access our passion, double down on it, and find a way to monetize it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people are, just dying to live, and it's unfortunate. It's hard growing up in the hood, being Black on top of it, and being the creative, because it's like you're so forced to get a job so young, and it's so many responsibilities so fast. That's why I'm glad my parents are giving me the room to fall. And granted, I went to school and got my degree, so I kind of got some leeway a little bit. Yeah, probably lasts me about 5 years, but I'm like on year 2 right now, so who knows how much time they're gonna give me. But nonetheless, they give me room to get go for my dream. Mm-hmm. That's all I want 5 people to do. Really go for our dreams more. You know what I'm saying? Really bring the goals to fruition and hold each other down and support each other in the process.
That's what I was about to say. I think one thing like we really gotta do, man, is no matter how much you may not like this person, bro, we honestly, I know people probably say it all the time and people don't want to hear it, but it's so important that Black people support each other no matter what. If God can have unconditional love for a rapist, we have to have unconditional love for people people that we don't like, people that we have petty, is it indiscretions?
Or quarrels.
You know what I mean?
However you want to put it.
We we have to, because white people do it. I'm not trying to sound racist. I'm not trying to sound, pro-black, yada yada. But it is very important.
But there's nothing wrong with being pro-black, though.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't like to sound preachy. That's just me.
Preachy, that's what it is.
I don't like to sound preachy.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's like you don't want to sound like an activist or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's like an activist.
Because I'm not that type bull, but I know that it's important that white people they stick together through thick and thin, dog.
You see how you see how the fuck they turn up for Game of Thrones?
Seriously.
And black people let that shit too, but I'm just saying, like, you see how
I don't
they
like
turn
it.
up. I never really dove too deep into it.
It's too much sexual content, incest and rape. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, the incest and the rape throw me off a lot.
I already have to deal with shows with sex scenes because I don't really do sex scenes.
We talked about that in the last podcast.
Yeah, I don't.
The last time you were on.
If it's something I wrote, there won't. If it's something I wrote and directed, there won't be not sex scenes.
I see.
It could be an R-rated comedy.
He said it could be an R-rated comedy.
Still won't be a sex scene in there. Just a lot of vulgarity, probably.
Do you find more excitement being in front of the camera or behind it?
In front. I like
Tell me more.
Cause I like to play characters. I love to play different characters. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Behind the camera is great too. Like, I love putting a scene together and telling this. Cause sometimes I'll whisper to a person and be like, "Yo, say this." Right? Just say it. They're not going to know that you're going to say that. Just say it and throw them off because I want to see what their reaction is going to be. And normally whatever random thing they say, that person reaction just keeps flowing with it. So I'm just like, yeah, keep playing. You know what I'm saying? So that, being behind the camera is good, but I love being in front more because, I just love playing characters. And, one of my favorite actors of all time is Jim Carrey. So. Right.
Jim Carrey is
Someone called me Philly's Jim Carrey.
Word.
Yes. So that was a great honor.
That's heavy.
That's heavy.
It's heavy.
I have a lot to live up to.
That's heavy.
Big shoes to fill. And we're starting.
I believe in you.
Thank
but
you.
Just know that's heavy.
I know. Thank you so much.
If somebody called me Philly Charlemagne, I was like, whoa, that's heavy. That's heavy. I gotta carry that.
I know, definitely.
Gotta carry that.
I'm trying.
Definitely. But you're on the right track, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You've come to a point where you understand what you've done wrong. Mm-hmm. You learned. You lived. It's time to zero in. Mm-hmm. And I can see it. I can tell.
It's definitely finals. Semi-finals at least.
No, I can tell. I can tell you're more focused. It's a different energy versus the last couple podcasts.
Really? Wow.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a different energy.
Yeah. Because it's like it's like really me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really me. I'm really bam. I have people that are really, really looking up to me, and people that I have to bring up, along with me, and it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for everyone to see what we do next. It's going to be a wild ride, and I can't wait for everybody to see. I'm really excited. I'm really excited what we're doing, what we're working on, the focus that everyone is on now. My business partner, the president of Voices of the East Studios, Malik Macon, congratulations to him. He just graduated college, so now he's more focused on the brand now.
Another brother with a degree, awesome.
Absolutely, he's more of the organization part of it. I'm the creative, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and that, and we're gonna get this writer, this person do that, da. He's the guy okay, when are we doing things?
That's
how much
actually
it's gonna
very
cost?
smart. That's smart of you.
Yeah, it's a left and a right brain.
No, I want to really give you respect and props on that. You knew what your weakness was.
Absolutely.
You knew who you were, and that's very hard for a lot of people our age to really understand, take a grasp of, and who they are. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about who you're growing to grow to be. We're not saying you can't eventually become more business savvy in the future. Yeah. But as far as who you are today,
right,
you understood that you had a deficiency, and you mask that deficiency by hiring or putting someone in a position that you trust, and you know it's much more organized than you.
Yeah.
Just putting it simple.
Way more. Because I can tell you what I want to do. I just can't tell you when, because my mind is. He knows that. He knows my mind. It changes all the time, or it'll be set, but then something will be added to it. But he's the person that now we have. It's just like, okay, this is what we set out to do. Let's stay on that course.
Well, look, at some point, somebody got to keep track of minutes.
Absolutely.
It's at some point somebody got to keep track of all the, because I can only imagine what your mind looks like if it was on the screen. I can only imagine.
It drives me crazy. That's where my anxiety comes from, huh?
You can't sleep at night sometimes, can you?
No, or I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I've woken up in the middle of the night with an idea and literally walked all the way downstairs to write it down. Literally, maybe it was a line, wrote it down, and went right back upstairs to bed. But what helps me to go back to sleep or to go to sleep initially, I watch a movie or a show. That helps me a lot.
For me, I have this habit of helping me go to sleep. I have this habit of watching the same movie that I've seen before hundreds of times, for nights in a row.
Yeah.
Just binging the nights in a row, just to help me go to sleep.
Oh, really?
For example, one of my favorite movies of all time is Cowboy Bebop, the movie.
Wow.
And
that's dope.
I feel like the movie, it's so well put together. It's anime. It's anime. I feel like it's so well put together.
Yeah, I love Cowboy Bebop.
And storytelling, the character. I mean, we already know what the characters are, but the movie brings a whole nother layer, peels a whole nother layer off of Spike Spiegel. Mm-hmm. It was just a dope depiction of that anime in feature film format.
Right.
They took the animation to another level. It was clear.
Isn't that one of the as of right now, it's one of the highest rated or
animes of all time?
Animes of all time.
Cowboy Bebop.
I swear I heard that.
I think Cowboy Bebop is if it's not the number one anime of all time, as far as rated, it's definitely top 5. It's up there. It's up there.
It has to be.
It's up there with Naruto and all those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's being in the top 5 animes of all time.
I figured that. Yeah.
Or best-selling animes, or however we're gonna put it.
That is such a large cult following.
But yeah, I just had to have the binge watching certain movies late night, and that shit, I don't really give a fuck. People would probably get mad at me, my brother or something. We keep watching the same shit. I'm like, well, first of all, it's my DVD, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's a good movie.
Right.
It's really good. But actually, my brother fucks with Cowboy Bebop. It's just the fact that I'll watch it for 10, probably 20 days straight.
Yeah.
And I'll be very focused watching.
That's how I am with Toy Story. That's my favorite movie of all time. And I knew it front to back. I can recite the whole movie without watching it. And I gotta sometimes be like, okay, I gotta start watching this movie. Because it's so funny. Every time I watch Toy Story, bro, it's like I watched it for the first time. I be cracking up, bro. Bro, it's just, that movie is freaking hilarious.
I can only imagine because, well, no, I know exactly. I don't know what I'm talking about, so I can only imagine. I was just talking about Cowboy Bebop. But nonetheless, I think like I said, you gonna be cool.
Thank you.
You've reached a point in your growth that couldn't be avoided. It couldn't be avoided. The biggest fear I have is losing myself in my current career path. Mm-hmm. And that is, my current job status. I work for the Philadelphia Housing Authority. I probably got a pretty decent job. Mm-hmm. So the last thing I want to do is lose myself in that and lose sight of this shit.
Right, yeah.
But my hunger for this, remember I mentioned earlier, once you start, it's like you can't turn back. It's like an itch at that point.
Yeah.
I got to scratch this itch. I can't go a week without recording.
I can't go a day without getting a new film idea.
I mean, do you find, like, would you definitely consider, well, first things first, has filmmaking, because you wear many hats, my friend. You wear many hats, my friend. Has filmmaking become or evolved into being your main passion, and has cartooning taken a backseat?
Yes. In a good way. Because cartooning, like, I say this all the time, I feel like I'm a broken record. Cartooning is like breathing to me. Like, I cartoon all the time. I may not put it out, but I cartoon all the time. Now, like, I've had a setback for so long. It's been a year now. I've had this setback. But my computer has been down for a long time. Now I have the knowledge of how to get it fixed. Costs $100. Just gotta come up with that $100. Which sounds sad. But yeah, that's been the setback with that. Cause with that, I want that to be the money of it all. To fuel the film. But see, film has taken the main passion because, you know, I could see myself dying in that being my main career for the rest of my life. And like, I want to get up there, you know what I'm saying? I think more than, I don't want to come off like it's about fame, but it's about people seeing the stories.
At some point, notoriety will become.
It's more so the works. Like, I want the works to have fame.
Of course.
I can care less if you don't know.
Of course.
Who the hell I am.
You want to be,
because you don't know who Robert Zemeckis is, do you?
Probably not, but y'all know everything he's done.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future.
Oh shit.
Now I'm blowing a blank. It's one of my favorite guys of all time. But those are the main things. He's made a lot of stuff. Flight with Denzel Washington.
Really?
Recently, Welcome to Marwen. He just did that. Polar Express. Beowulf.
Oh shit.
Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. He's made those.
Beowulf is my shit.
Oh, Forrest Gump. He directed Forrest Gump.
He has a fucking catalog.
Yes. That man is. That's why he's my favorite of all time.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's cool. You next, bro. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm feeling.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
Thank you. And it's crazy because now it's like, you know, I may have some people to be like, oh, you're not gonna really do nothing, but like, no, I really know what to do next now. Like, I know, like I said, WACKO is just something like I have to get out there so people can see at least. Now with the future releases, even if it's a short film that's 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to do the most. I'm going to. You
gotta make the most of the time you're given.
Absolutely.
The time we're given on this earth.
Absolutely.
At some point, this should come to an end.
Absolutely. I have a short film. Well, I guess you're gonna ask me about next releases. Sure, but I have a later on.
That's exactly where I'm gonna go next.
But I have a short film that's like 5 minutes, but I'm definitely gonna cut a trailer for it. Like,
slow down, Tron. It's my podcast.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking with you. But no, like, what do you have in the works? Because I'm sure WACKO is definitely, you know, it's just tip of this iceberg.
So yeah, we have WACKO, May 17th. In June, we have
available on YouTube. Available
on our current temporary website right now, which is Tumblr, voicesote.tumblr.com. We are Voices of the East on YouTube. June we have Miss Kelly 2, The Second Con. It's a sequel to Miss Kelly. Kind of a short film skit we dropped in 2017, I believe.
Okay.
That's coming out in June. We also have a series coming out in June called Kinlo. Great friend of mine. She's a journalist, and we're producing a show for her where she interviews creatives in a different way. So I can't really tell you what that different way is right now, but I can definitely announce that we shot a sci-fi film back around the time we shot WACKO called Kenji. It's about an alien finding his way to his mothership while running from a government agent at the same time. So we're trying to get that out hopefully by the end of summer. But we still have to finish the film. Gotta be careful what you announce.
No, I feel you. Because I got certain shit like I got planned on long term that I do not want to just,
We're shooting something in June, and we're shooting something at the end of this month, but I can't specify what those are at the moment.
Lewistron, you good. You good. You good. Law number 3 of the 48 Laws of Power. Conceal your intentions.
Absolutely. I will say this, we already announced this, but it's been off the social media stuff for a while. But the Lewistron show season 2 will be returning. We'll be returning with season 2. I will say the only thing I'm gonna say for that is throw all your expectations out the door. All I can say. Throw all your expectations out the door.
Okay.
For the Lewistron.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, we have more films coming out this year, so please stay tuned.
Word, bro.
I just cannot announce those yet, but I will announce Miss Kelly 2, the series Kenlo, and Kenji. Can't announce those. Can only announce those because Miss Kelly 2 is done. It's shot, it's edited, it's just waiting to be released, and Kenji is at least shot, so I can at least say like that's something that's coming out, but I do not know when. I don't even know when myself.
Trust your process, my friend.
Yes.
Trust your process, and I can tell you're doing it. Sometimes you gotta. I fuck with Gary Vee heavy, and one of the things he says is when you're in your 20s, just close your eyes and just go, just do it. Just close your eyes and just, because for the most part you're gonna fuck up and bump your head anyway. You gotta just close your eyes, put the blinders on, and just do.
Right.
Figure it out. Learn who you are. Read. Taste different foods. Travel. Create. We have to. Like, our lives aren't just 9 to 5. They come home, dinner, put the kids to bed, or, it's do the laundry or pay our bills, because it's beyond that. You know what I'm saying? We have to really nurture ourselves as human beings, nurture ourselves as creative people, nurture our mental health, nurture our biological health as well. You know what I'm saying? Our emotional intelligence. We have to truly try to become as well-rounded individuals as possible. Right. And I'm personally on a mission for that, and I can definitely see you're on a mission for that as well. And,
absolutely.
I feel we both come a long way, not just as creatives, but as young black men. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's something that shouldn't be overlooked.
Absolutely.
Not one bit. But, I want to end it on that note, because...
Great.
There's no other way. There's no other note to end it on but a note that high.
I will say this. I always say this on here. I respect you tremendously. We have a great working relationship and working friendship. You're like family to me.
Most
you know that. We go deep in family.
Right.
And I love your podcast. I'm glad that you did it.
Bro, I appreciate you for inspiring me in little ways. From a distance, I watched just seeing how aggressive you are in creating and doubling down on your brand and investing in yourself and betting on yourself, and that's something, like I said, that's something to be admired.
Yeah.
And we have to lead by example.
Absolutely.
We have to lead our people by example, lead our families by example. We're going for legacy at this point.
Absolutely.
Creative people do different things.
Playtime is over. That's why I said the thing about the relationship thing, because playtime is literally over.
Yes.
Playtime is
over, y'all. Listen, make sure y'all go check out this episode. I believe this is going to be episode 39. I believe.
Great.
Yeah, episode 39.
39.
Make sure you go check out this episode. The Let's Be Honest podcast is available on
there's
damn
39,
near.
There's 39 episodes now.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, I was on like 1, 2, and 3, right?
No.
I was like early episodes.
You was like in the first 10.
First 10?
Then you was in the second.
Well, then damn.
You was in each like
season?
Yeah, I guess you'll call it that.
Okay.
But I didn't break the podcast up in seasons.
I got you.
I didn't think about doing that because I wanted to just do it year round.
Yeah.
But I do want to develop some more content that's seasonal.
Okay, yeah.
I want to definitely be more aggressive in that. But make sure y'all check the Let's Be Honest podcast out on every platform, every podcast platform that you could possibly think of. I'm on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox, YouTube, Radio FM, Breaker. Some of these apps I never even heard of. I don't have the apps for. Just shout out to Anchor for being able to put my podcast on all these different platforms. Anchor is one of the dopest podcast apps out there. So make sure y'all go check out the Let's Be Honest podcast. I promote it on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at AWD_II. That's AWD_II. Make sure y'all go follow Lewistron on Instagram as well. Tell them your Instagram and your social media handles, my friend.
I am Lewistron on Instagram and Twitter, LEWISTRON. You can follow our studios on Twitter and Instagram. We are Voices OTE. And you can, our link to our stuff is in the bio. Check it out, interact with us. We're pretty fun on Twitter. I'm kicking with this. We like to have fun.
My man.
Thank you for having me.
You already know.
Appreciate it, man.
There you have it, beautiful people. Make sure y'all stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. One love, y'all.